When you get to the end of your yarn and the next time you weave through, it's going to weave the tail in, you need to make sure that you take the knot out of the needle. Don't weave the needle or the tail in here and get it stuck. If you do, you have to unweave it. See how the tail is there? I don't want to get that stuck, so I want to pull that out a little bit. And I think I can go maybe 1 or 2 times more. That's one leg finished. Okay, that's one leg finished. To weave the second leg, remember to smush and push it through. If you pull part of it and it separates and it shreds like this, you may need to have an adult help you put it back in there. So try really hard not to let the yarn shred. You can tie it back on there if you like. Remember, I don't normally do knots, but it's okay for this. Okay, for the second leg, you're going to weave it until it matches the top. So you're going to start the same exact way, under, over, under, over. You got a lot more yarn to deal with, so you're going to have to really try to control it. Under, over, under, over. Remember, don't pull too hard. See how my selvages are nice and straight? My edges are nice and straight. If you weave yours and they're not nice and straight, it's okay. It's okay if your weaving buddy has bell bottoms. It's okay if your weaving buddy has wide legs. It's okay if your weaving buddy has skinny legs. Notice how you can't see any of the white warp. I like to smush mine down a little bit to kind of give it strength in the weave. If you make it where you can see the white pieces, it's going to make your weaving buddy less strong. So weave that until it matches here. Now that your legs are approximately the same size, and look, this one looks a little bit wider than this one. It's okay. I'm not going to stress out about that. So now you've got some yarn left. You don't want to weave this all the way up into a second leg because you'll have lopsided weaving buddy. This is now going to be the waist. So now instead of just 4 and 4, we're going to go across all 8. And we don't change anything that we did. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. If you don't want there to be a space between the legs, you can hold it tight together while you're weaving it back and forth. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. I'm doing the exact same thing. You will notice that here, it looks like those two did the same thing. This one and the one I just did, don't worry, you won't even be able to tell that when we put the weaving buddy together. So I'm going to keep going. Under, over, under, over. I'm going to do that until my waist is completely done, till I'm done with this extra black thread. The waist is probably going to be short. It's going to be a little low-waisted. That's okay. We'll just say that the shirt is hanging a little, it's kind of hanging out. See how my knot came out? I got to be careful. Hold on to that. So if your knot comes out and you're at the end of your you're at the end of your rope, the end of your yarn, just remember to, this is the eye of your needle, just remember to cover it like an eye patch. Squeeze it really hard when you're pulling so that you don't lose the yarn. So see, now I'm going to grab the eye and be real careful. Here's where weaving buddies get smushed. They get real tight, and then these warp threads get too close to each other. Don't pull so hard. Don't take your tension out on this, okay? Weaving is a relaxing activity. It is a mathematical activity. It uses both parts of your brain. and it gives you a feeling of calm and accomplishment. So fibers, the texture of fibers help calm us and give us peace. Okay, so look, I've woven the tail in there, so I'm done with the waist now. I'm just going to take that off, and there are the pants.